Hey everyone, Emily here from the Youth Services Department at the Lynchburg Public Library. Thank you so much for joining us for our 5th session of Virtual Summer STEAM right here on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, we've been posting STEAM videos every Thursday since June 11th, and we will continue posting new videos every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Through July 30th. So be sure to stay tuned to our YouTube channel for Summer STEAM as well as other exciting virtual programs. Don't forget to check out our website, lynchburgpubliclibrary.org, as well as our Facebook page for a full list of virtual programs, the schedule, and information about our exciting new summer reading program with Read Squared. One of the coolest features of Read Squared is the bonus badges. For kids ages 0 to 12, you can simply go to the Missions tab in their Read Squared account to learn more about our different bonus badges, how to earn points, and how those points will increase your odds of winning really cool prizes. Are you wondering why I have this odd assortment of items in front of me? An old soda bottle, a butter knife, a dollar bill, and a stack of pennies? Well, for today's science lesson, we're going to be doing 2 experiments that deal with friction and inertia. Before we dive in, let's take a look at a complete list of materials you will need for today's science lesson.
For today's science lesson, you will need the following materials: 10 to 15 of the same type of coin. They can be pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, a butter knife, an empty soda or water bottle, and a dollar bill.
Now that you know the materials you need for today's science lesson, let's go over a few of the key concepts that you will need to understand before we do these experiments.
Friction is the resistance that one surface or object encounters when moving over another. Inertia is a tendency to do nothing or to remain unchanged. Sir Isaac Newton was a physicist and mathematician who developed the principles of modern physics, including the laws of motion. Newton's first law of motion states that an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest.
All right, guys, so our first of 2 experiments today is going to be with a tower of coins and a butter knife. Just a couple of things before we get started. It is totally fine if you have pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, whatever type of coin you want to use should work fine. Just be sure that it's all the same type of coin in your stack. So I have a stack of 15 pennies here, and you'll want to aim for about 10 to 15. You can do more or less, that's fine. That's one of the fun things about science is playing around with different numbers, different variables, but just make sure you just have one type of coin in your tower. All right, and then for your butter knife, just be sure that it's actually a butter knife. It should not be sharp at all. Okay, parents, grandparents, guardians, you may want to supervise, but just make sure it's a butter knife and then your stack of coins, and that is all you're going to need for this first experiment. So you guys just learned about friction and inertia from the definition slides. So you'll remember that friction is the resistance that one surface or object encounters when moving over another, and inertia is a tendency to do nothing or to remain unchanged. So for this experiment, we're going to see how friction and inertia interact when we use the butter knife on this stack of coins. So what we're going to try to achieve, our objective for this experiment, is to move the bottom coin in the tower with the butter knife without disturbing the rest of the tower. So we want the bottom coin in the stack to be moved away from the stack, but we want the rest of the stack to stay intact. I kind of rhymed there. So before I get started, let's think for a second. How do we want to move the knife? Do we want to move it quickly or slowly? Go ahead and come up with a hypothesis or a guess. about which way you think we're going to use the knife to move that bottom coin. Now, obviously, we're not going to take the knife and just swipe the whole thing and just make a big mess. I won't even do that. You guys can do it if you want. It's kind of fun. But we all know how that's going to end up. It's going to knock the whole stack over if I just hit the side like that, right? So we're not going to do that. So we should know that we're going to use, and I would say use this longer flat side, not the side that's curved. So I'll go ahead and give you that hint. We're going to use the long flat side, and we are going to move just against that bottom coin as well as we can. But the question is, do we move quickly or slowly? So go ahead and come up with your guess, and then I think we should go ahead and test out both ways. All right, do you guys have your hypotheses? Do you think we're going to move the knife quickly or slowly? All right, let's go ahead and try slowly. So we're going to take our butter knife, line it up with the bottom coin. We're going to try to slowly move it away. Oops, that didn't work, did it? Okay, you may want to test that a few times just to make sure. I will go ahead and test the slow method once more. Nope, that did not work, did it? Did it work for you guys? No, probably not. So let's go ahead and restack our coins. All right, so we found out that the slow knife movement does not work for moving that bottom coin, but keeping the rest of the stack of coins undisturbed. So let's go ahead and try the quick knife movement. Just be really careful, make sure that you have plenty of space around you, because when you move it quickly, you're going to have less control over where it goes. And even though your knife isn't sharp, you just want to be super careful, make sure there are no other people or any pets around, and just give yourself plenty of room, okay? And we might still see some coins go everywhere, we don't know. Let's go ahead and try. We're going to try to very quickly just dart that butter knife, the very long, thin edge, right against that bottom coin, and see what happens to the rest of the coins. Whoa. All right, so I moved 2 coins. Didn't really mean to do that, but what did you notice about the stack? Did it move at all? Did all the coins come toppling down? No, they didn't. So let me see if I can try again and maybe just get 1 this time. But in any case, even if you get 1 or 2 to come out, what really matters is having the undisturbed stack of coins right here, okay? Let's try again. Whoa! All right, so I got 2 once more. Let's just keep going. Let's see what happens as we move down the stack of coins. All right, so I had a little bit of movement there, but we didn't topple over. There we go. Try to straighten that out. Well, I just keep getting 2 at a time. How about you guys? Are you finding it a little hard to get 1 at a time? But what do you notice? Are you able to keep this stack intact? Yeah, so even if you have a little bit of movement in the stack, you are able to move individual coins without toppling the rest of the stack over. All right, so was your hypothesis correct? Whether it was or not doesn't matter, The important thing is that you did the science to see which way worked better, fast or slow. Let's talk about how this experiment worked. So the tower of coins was at rest or not moving, and according to the law of inertia, objects at rest don't move unless you push or pull them. So to make the bottom coin move, we needed to push or pull it. To make it move without tipping the tower, we had to push or pull quickly. Why? Because of friction. Friction is a sticky force that appears when two objects rub against each other. If you push or pull slowly, friction helps pull or push the tower along with the bottom coin or coins. If you push or pull quickly, the coins still rub, but the friction force doesn't have time to get the whole stack moving. So the coin shoots out without pulling the tower with it. All right, guys, so our next experiment with friction and inertia involves an empty soda bottle and a dollar bill. For this experiment, you need to try to get the dollar bill from underneath the soda bottle without knocking the soda bottle over. Have you guys ever seen the tablecloth trick, where people quickly yank a tablecloth out from under a fully set table, usually with a ton of dishes, silverware, perhaps a vase with some flowers in it? If you have seen that trick before, it's pretty amazing, and if you haven't, you should definitely look it up because it's really cool to watch. The question is that approach going to work for this experiment? Moving quickly also worked for our coin tower experiment that we just did together. So you need to form a hypothesis for this experiment. Do you think moving the dollar bill quickly out from under the soda bottle will keep the soda bottle in place? Do you think we need to move it slowly? Do you think we need to do something besides pulling it, either quickly or slowly, to keep that soda bottle intact? So go ahead and think about your hypothesis for this experiment, and then we'll see what works. We just saw with the stack of coins and the butter knife that moving quickly was the way to go so as to not disturb the tower of coins. So do you think a quick movement is going to work for this experiment as well? There's no way to know until we try it. So let's go ahead and try to do a quick movement just like you would do with the tablecloth trick and just like we did with the stack of coins and the butter knife. Are you ready? Ready, set, go. Oh no, that didn't work, did it? We better try again. Ready, go. So it still didn't work. I wonder how we're going to be able to get this dollar bill out without disturbing the soda bottle and making it fall over. Do you guys have any ideas? All right, do you want to know how to do this experiment? What you're going to do is very, very carefully roll your dollar bill from underneath the soda bottle. Watch what happens to the soda bottle as we roll. And remember to move slowly and carefully. Wow. So I was able to get the dollar bill out from underneath the soda bottle without knocking the soda bottle over. So was your hypothesis correct? Did you guess that you were going to have to pull the dollar bill quickly, or that you were going to have to roll it or move it slowly? Maybe you knew that you needed to move it slowly, but you weren't sure how you would be able to do so. Because even if you try to pull it slowly without rolling it, it's still going to knock over the bottle. So you really had to think outside the bottle on that one. So let's talk about how this experiment worked. Remember, inertia comes from Newton's first law of motion. An object in motion or at rest tends to stay in motion or at rest unless a force acts on it to change its speed, to stop it, to change its direction, or to get it moving. This means that the balanced bottle wants to stay in the position it has, and you want to help it do that to get to the cash from underneath. In other activities, you've seen how some sudden, quick motions have been used to overcome inertia successfully, just like with the coin stack experiment. The key to safely removing the bottle from the money this time, however, is just the opposite. Slow and steady wins the race. When you attempt to remove the dollar bill by pulling it out, you apply an outside force that causes the bottle to topple every time. Game over. This is a case where friction takes center stage and you have to work around it. There is some serious friction between the bill and the bottle and the bill and the tabletop. There is so much friction, in fact, that the bill pulls the empty bottle with it every time. To reduce the impact of friction, you have to roll the currency right up to the edge of the bottle opening and then nudge and coax the bottle to slide a little as you roll. This process is slow moving, but it doesn't provide enough force to tip the bottle. A couple of things to keep in mind for this experiment. The assumption is that you'll be using older bills that may be crumpled and dirty, and those factors can increase friction. So, if you want to take this experiment a little bit further, maybe consider practicing with newer bills just to make sure that you know what to expect with one. In either case, rolling the bill is a sure winner. All right, everyone, I hope that you had fun with today's science activities. Don't forget to join us next week when we do a myth or fact program. You're going to be doing 3 experiments that you won't believe are possible until you're actually doing them. Until then, please stay tuned to our Facebook page, website, and YouTube channel. Thank you so much again for joining us. We miss you all. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye!